What game is a perfect 10/10 in your book? Warcraft 3. Solid campaign, awesome multiplayer, still being played all these years later, but most importantly, had a map editor that allowed modders to create games that would result in Dota 2, League of Legends, auto builders, tower defenses, Plants vs Zombies and so much more. No other game in history has had such a long-lasting impact on online multiplayer. StarCraft. Must have spent well over 1,000 hours on that. Dota must be on this list. Dota 1 and 2 were the first RPGs I played as a kid and they will remain some of my faves forever. The combat was great, the stories were great, the characters were great, and I'm glad fans managed to patch things back into the sequel to help make it even better. Crying shame we'll never get a third one. It really was a true masterpiece of Star Wars gaming. It is still available on the iOS App Store, in case anyone was interested. Very well worth it. GTA San Andreas. I can turn off the minimap and still make it to the end of the game. That's how many times I've played this game. You could rob houses, set them on fire, play pool and arcade games, learn martial arts, get CJ in shape, or get him fat. Not to mention all the gang stuff which was also cool. Honestly, that game had so much packed into it that it's easily one of my favorites. I wish they would just remaster this game and release it on PS4 and Xbox One. Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Didn't expect to see this here. My favorite game ever. I found a girl that plays Heroes. Even better than me. I found my wife. Try this one quick tip to instantly ruin your marriage. Pick Necropolis. Insist that it's fair. If against all odds you somehow don't quickly take the lead, then assemble a cloak of the balanced king. Giggle your way to victory. Necropolis is my favorite. But my husband is the better strategist. So it evens out. Super Metroid. The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace. Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. Fuck that mill tank though. Stardew Valley. I picked it up to see what all my friends were talking about. Started playing. Apparently blacked out. And woke up with 80 hours logged. Incredible. I loved it. It got me going outside to water my plants every day. And I'd get mildly distressed if I didn't have enough time. They won't grow if I don't water them every day. Factorio. The factory must grow. This game is the best argument for supporting early access games. I was happy with the content Factorio had in 2016 when I bought it, and the developers have relentlessly continued improving it and adding amazing new features with a dedication to bug fixing and community interaction that you'd never see in most AAA devs. We don't deserve whoop. I'd like to also throw Kerbal Space Program into that bucket. Morrowind. Dated now but first time I played it, it was mind-blowing. Lol, I'll never forget completing a long 3-part quest to get my hands on the boots of blinding speed. Once I got them, I couldn't have been more excited to put them on. They made you run much faster, a very useful and cool thing that made the rest of the game much easier, except the boots also made you blind. Boots of blinding speed. It was right there in the name. Someone on the dev team is a DM who you should never try to use Wish anywhere near. Bioshock. The first Bioshock sent shivers down my spine for most of the game. I never knew what was going to happen or how I was going to be attacked. It was amazingly done. Would you kindly elaborate? The first Bioshock did an incredible job of making you feel like you really are in a 1960s undersea utopia gone sideways. Everything from the Art Deco design of Rapture to the music. The characters are all exactly as you would expect to be their act. I play through it every few years and it still boggles my mind. The story is also on point. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are definitely among the most beautiful games ever. Mario games have always had great music, but man did they go all out in Galaxy 1. Melty Monsters Galaxy. NUTS. August E Garden Galaxy. That shit slaps bro. Metal Gear Solid 3. Snake Eater. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. The boss. Laurie Allen did such a great job with boss. It makes me wonder why her biggest roles are in SpongeBob and Family Guy. Holy crap, Pearl Krabs is the boss. RimWorld, you can harvest organs. My favorite memory of that game is when after a fight I noticed one of my guys was bleeding. They had been shot in the leg and it needed to be amputated. So I put them under anesthesia, amputated and gave them a wooden leg. A couple days later I noticed they were bleeding again. Did something happen in the meantime that I didn't see? Like a rabid animal attack? No, I amputated the wrong leg. Dishonor. I have zero complaints, aside from that it could use more stages. But even so, I'm not sure if those stages would be as good as the ones available. I also really like Ocarina of Time. And Borderlands 2. 3 games I can play over and over. I was gonna say Dishonored. It's absolutely amazing. Dope ass DLC too. Loved playing as Lord. Hollow Knight edit. Silksong hype. Everything about Hollow Knight is just so good. The beautiful atmosphere, graphics, music, amazing storytelling and flawless gameplay. There are very few games I loved as much as this one. Fun fact, there are literally 0 repeated rooms in that game. And the map is pretty fucking huge, all things considered. IDK man. That one tram looks an awful lot like the other tram S. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. I played LSW1 and AMP2 originally on PC, then on PlayStation, and rebought it as The Complete Saga. I love that when making the Complete Saga edition, the folks at Traveler's Tales recognized the areas of the original versions that were just a complete pit, mainly the pod race and some of the space levels, and reworked them. Even aside from that, the extra content they added justified the repurchase. I do miss Dex Diner as a hub, though. How the hell did you beat Lego City? There's always 100 coins I'm always missing. Damn, that's frustrating getting that close. I know I finished it, but don't remember any specific tips. Sorry. On a similar note, I once had to backtrack all the way through the Defense of Kashayite level to the beginning trying to get those last couple hundred studs I needed for True Jedi. Minecraft. Been playing for 7 years and it is limitless. Minecraft. Been playing for 7 years and it is limitless. And some of the mods are insane. Soul Reaver, it had an amazing story. Cool puzzle mechanics. Tons of secret areas and powers. Cool boss mechanics and an amazing villain. Baldur's Gate, the game that got me into RPGs. Brilliant story. Cool characters and interesting world and lore. More recent one. Bloodborne got me into the Soulspawn games. Great story and a captivating lore. Amazing world and brilliant boss fights that punish mistakes and reward learning and improve. Portal 2. Co-op is a lot of fun also. My only complaint is that there isn't enough. Good thing there's the workshop. Halo CE to 3, the original Thief, the early Splinter Cell games. 2 edit. I may have forgotten about Reach. Don't ask me how. It's been a long day, haha. Reach was also brilliant, best multiplayer of any of the Halo games in though. God damn it. Fish. Dungeons and Amp. Dragons. It is, but if your DM is bad it can be shit. Good thing I'm the DM then. As a perma DM, sometimes I don't know why people play as players instead of DM. It's really a ton of fun. Because I'm an uncreative twatted. Silent Hill 2. Brilliant game. And it's a travesty that it's so hard to play it these days. The original PS2 version has basically been nuked from existence unless you pirate it or find a used copy, which can be pretty expensive depending on where you live, and the PS3 remake is worse in every way and also delisted on PSN. And I assume box lib too. So, again, you either need to pirate it or look for a used copy. It's absolute bullshit, and I hate how Konami seem to despise Silent Hill in particular more than they do their other franchises. Donkey Kong Country, and Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy Kong's Quest. It's actually Diddy's Kong Quest, and I only say this because it took me years to realize and understand the pun. mountain lamp, blade, warband. Even if there are certain aspects you don't like or need polish, you can almost always find a mod to help. What makes it great is how the game never changes, but you must change the way you play it. Starting out, you're a greenhorn that just has to stay alive as you improve your skills and obtain better equipment by helping villagers and doing other tasks. You spend more time running away than fighting. After you get some experience, you gather some warriors and go after small bands of thieves and outlaws. After you get better, join other warbands fighting armies and taking castles. All the while, you have to make friends with other lords. Ocarina of Time. It was so groundbreakingly amazing when it came out on N64. Dark Souls. Freaking loved it. First one specifically or the series? Dark Souls 1 level design is still awe-inspiring. I'd vouch for the series personally. Each of them brought something to the table, and though everyone's personal favorites seem to vary, I love them all equally. But Bloodborne is my favorite game of all time, so the Souls have to take a close second. Chrono Trigger. In my opinion, Chrono Trigger is the greatest game ever made. 23 years later, I still fondly remember every character, song, plot twist, and setting. I'm the kind of guy that beats one game out of every 10 I play, but I managed to pull off a completionist run of Chrono Trigger roughly once a year. It never fails to capture my imagination. The entire SNES era of RPGs are fantastic. Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, the Breath of Fire series, 7th Saga, Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore. That's about 300 hours of gaming just off the top of my head, and the worst of the bunch is probably in the 8th of May 10. Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Yes, Grovile did nothing wrong. Hell yeah, shoutouts to our Mystery Dungeon. Subnautica. Yes, that game got me. Came looking for this. Music is amazing. Love the artwork and the story is good. Just a shame that I need to find 1 trillion credits. EU4 with all the expansions is quite addictive. I'm more in the CK2 camp. I like the juicy interpersonal politics I can get in that game. Oh, don't get me wrong, I've put some hours in the inbreeding simulator also. Zelda Breath of the Wild, actually fell in love with it. I bought the game along with my Switch, but didn't play it until a month ago. Still playing as of today, and don't see myself stopping for another month. 11/10. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell to see when I upload a new video.